Ta looked at the clock on the lab wall. It was past midnight. Everyone else had gone home, but he stayed to finish his work. The university physics lab was quiet and dark except for his desk lamp. Just a little more, he whispered to himself. His eyes burned from staring at equations all day, but he was close to something important, something about the way space bent and folded. Suddenly, a bright blue light filled the room. Ta jumped up from his chair and knocked over his coffee. "Do not be afraid," said a calm voice. Two tall figures stood in the center of the lab. They had human shapes, but their skin shimmered like the inside of seashells. Their eyes were large and completely black. "My name is Kel," said the taller one. "This is Voss. We come from the Galactic Academy of Sciences." Ta stared with his mouth open. You're aliens? "We are from worlds beyond your solar system." "Yes," Kel said with a small bow. "We have watched humans for many years." Voss stepped forward. "Your species is physically weak compared to most space travelers. But your minds," he tapped his long finger against his head. "Your minds work differently. You solve problems in ways we do not expect." "The Academy has voted," Kel said. "For the first time ever, a human will join our ranks." "You, Ta." Ta shook his head. "Why me? I'm nobody special." Voss held up a small device that projected a 3D image of Ta's equations. "These theories about dimensional physics, they are very close to truths it took other species centuries to discover. But I haven't even published those yet," Ta said, confused. Kel smiled. "We have ways of finding minds that shine brightly." To prove they were real, Voss touched the spilled coffee on the floor. The liquid rose up, formed a perfect sphere in the air, then separated into its basic elements. "You will have one day to decide," Kel said. "You would leave Earth for 10 years to study among the stars." 10 years. Ta thought of his mother, who had raised him alone after his father died. He thought of his sister Ne, still in high school. "What will I learn there?" he asked. "Everything," Voss said simply. "And in return you will teach us how humans think." Kel handed him a small crystal. "When you decide, hold this and speak your answer." They began to fade, becoming transparent. "Wait," Ta called. "Am I the only one going?" "There is one other," Kel's voice echoed as they disappeared. "Someone named Ju." Ta stood alone in the lab, holding the crystal, wondering if he had imagined everything. But the coffee was still floating in the air. The goodbye was harder than Tay expected. His mother held him tight, trying not to cry. 10 years is a long time," she said softly. His sister Ne wiped away tears. "You better bring me back something cool from space." Ta smiled, but his heart felt heavy. "I will. I promise." He stood at the meeting point, a quiet field outside the city. The crystal in his hand grew warm. He had said yes to the aliens' offer yesterday. A bright light appeared in the sky. It grew larger until Tai could see it was a silver ship, smooth like a water drop. It landed without a sound. A door opened, and Kel stepped out. "Welcome, Ta. Are you ready?" Inside the ship, Ta met the other human chosen for the academy. Her name was Ju, a student of biology from Seoul. She was tall with short black hair and a serious face. "Did you know aliens were real before yesterday?" she asked him. Ta shook his head. "I always hoped, but no." Kel showed them their rooms. "The journey to the Nexus takes 3 weeks through fold space." "What is fold space?" Ju asked. Voss joined them. "Your people think you must go faster than light to travel between stars. We instead fold space, bringing 2 points together." During the journey, they learned about the 17 major space civilizations. Humans were the newest, and according to Voss, the most unpredictable. "Is that good?" Tai asked. "Some think yes, some think no," Kel said carefully. "Many species fear what they do not understand." Voss was more direct. "Some Academy members believe humans are dangerous. You fight wars. You change too quickly. Then why invite us? Ju asked. Because we face problems that need new thinking, Kel explained. On the final day of travel, they gathered at the viewing window. Space seemed to bend, and suddenly a massive structure appeared. The Nexus, Voss announced, home of the Academy. It was like a city in space, with towers and domes connected by glowing bridges. Ships of all shapes moved around it like fish in a coral reef. As their ship docked, Ta saw strange beings watching them through windows. They're staring at us, Ju whispered. Most have never seen humans except in data files, Kel said. You are something new. Stepping off the ship, Ta felt the weight of alien eyes. Some looked curious, others seemed worried or even angry. Stay close, Voss warned. Your education begins now. Ta looked at Ju. They were no longer just two students from Korea. They were the representatives of all humanity. Ta followed an academy guide to his new living space. The hallways were full of strange sights and sounds. Beings of all shapes moved about. Some floated, others crawled. Some had many eyes or arms or legs. This is your room, the guide said, stopping at a blue door. Inside, Ta found a small living area with 2 beds. On one sat a creature that looked like a cross between a human and a fish. Its skin was pale blue with faint scales. Large, round eyes blinked at him. Hello, it said in a soft voice. I am Sue. We are roommates. Ta put down his few belongings. I'm Ta. From Earth. Earth, Sue repeated. The water world with too much land. Sue smiled, showing small, pearl-like teeth. I too am from a water world, but with almost no land. Later, Sue walked with Ta to the main hall where new students gathered. Ta spotted Ju across the room, talking with a 6-armed being. A tall, golden-skinned alien stepped onto a platform. Welcome to the Academy. I am Director Lin. You 1,200 new students represent the best minds of your civilizations. The director explained that the Academy had 12 colleges, each for a different field of study. Tomorrow, your real work begins. After the speech, Ta joined the College of Theoretical Physics. Their leader was Professor Yun, an ancient being from the Silurian species who moved like flowing water. Physics is the same across the universe, Professor Yun said, but how we understand it changes with each mind. A voice cut in. Some minds are more developed than others. Tay turned to see a tall, 4-eyed student with metallic skin. I am Dor of the Araxians, the student said. Our people mastered space travel when yours still thought the world was flat. Professor Yun's voice cooled. Dor, the Academy values all perspectives, even primitive ones. Dor asked, looking directly at Ta. That night, Ta met Ju for dinner. The food was strange. Colored cubes that tasted like whatever you wanted. How was your first day? Tai asked. Hard, Ju said. In biology college, they already expect us to know the basics of all major species. My roommate Hannah helps though. She pointed to the 6-armed being. She says there's a secret test for new species representatives. What kind of test? Tai asked. Ju leaned closer. If we fail to prove humans belong here, Earth might wait hundreds of years for another chance. Ta looked around at the alien faces, some friendly, some hostile, all watching. Then we can't fail, he said simply. 3 months passed quickly. Ta learned more each day than he had in years on Earth. The Academy Library held knowledge from thousands of worlds. But the work was hard, and Dor never missed a chance to point out Ta's mistakes. One evening, Ta, Ju, and Sue met in a quiet corner of the garden dome. Plants from 100 worlds grew there, some glowing softly in the dark. I found something, Sue whispered, looking around to make sure they were alone. About why you humans were invited here. Sue pulled out a small device and showed them an old Academy record. Every new species gets tested, not just in classes, but in everything they do. Ju frowned. So we're being watched all the time. Yes, Sue said. The Academy is not just a school. It advises the Galactic Council on which species can join galactic society. Tai felt cold. If we fail, Earth stays alone. Sue finished. Maybe for centuries. Later that week, Tai was working late in a study room when Kel found him. "You look troubled," Kel said. Tai looked up from his equations. "Why didn't you tell us about the test? That we're here to prove if humans deserve to join your galactic community." Kel sat down. "Would it have changed your decision to come?" "No," Tai admitted, "but I would have been prepared." "That is why we did not tell you," Kel said. "Natural reactions show a species' true nature." "And what have you seen of human nature so far?" Tai asked. Kel was quiet for a moment. "Many elder races are worried about humans. Your history has much war. You develop technology very fast. This combination has destroyed civilizations before. We're not all like that," Ta said. "I know," Kel replied. "That is why I supported bringing humans to the academy. But I am one voice among many." The next day, Tai told Ju what he had learned. They sat in the observation dome, watching ships come and go from the Nexus. "We need to prove ourselves," Ju said. "I've been working on something that might help." She explained her research on how human immune systems could help other species fight disease. Ta nodded. "I have an idea too. What if we combine Earth's physics with alien math? No one has tried that before." They worked hard over the next weeks. Ta combined human theories with alien concepts. Ju showed how human biology could help alien medicine. Neither noticed they were being watched more closely than ever. 6 months into their time at the academy, alarms blared through the Nexus. Red lights flashed in every hallway. "All students return to quarters immediately," a voice announced. Tai was in the physics lab when it happened. The floor shook beneath him. "What's going on?" he asked the nearest person, who happened to be Dor. "The station's dimensional stabilizers are failing," Dor said, actually looking worried. "If they collapse completely, the Nexus will be torn apart." They rushed into the hallway, which was filled with panicked students. Ta spotted Sue pushing against the crowd. "Ta, the central core is damaged," Sue called out. "They're evacuating everyone to the emergency ships." Something didn't make sense to Ta. He pulled Sue aside and asked, "Which stabilizers failed first?" "Sections 12 through 16, Sue answered. "Why?" Ta had been studying the station's design. "That's not random. There's a pattern." Dor overheard them. "What are you talking about, human?" "Look." Ta pulled up a station map on a wall screen. "The failures are spreading in a spiral pattern. This isn't an accident. Someone did this. Even if you're right, what can we do?" Dor asked. "I think I can stop it," Ta said. "But I need to reach the central core." "That's against evacuation orders," Dor protested. "If we don't try, everyone might die," Tay argued. Dor hesitated, then nodded. "I'll help you." They fought against the crowd. Along the way, they found Ju with her roommate Hana. "Ta, what are you doing?" Ju called. "Trying to save the station," he answered. "Can Hana access the biological interface systems?" Hana nodded. "I can, but why?" "I need you to connect me to the core computer," Ta explained quickly. They reached the central core. Warning lights flashed everywhere. Most staff had evacuated. "We don't have permission to be here," Hana said nervously. "No time for permission," Tay replied. He explained his plan. "Earth physics says the stabilizers shouldn't fail this way. Someone reprogrammed them." Working together, Hana connected Tai to the system, while Dor and Sue monitored the station's status. Ju helped Tai understand the alien code. There, Ta found the problem. "It's a virus in the system. I can create a firewall using a different mathematical system." He typed frantically, combining Earth coding with alien mathematics. The lights flickered. "Is it working?" Ju asked. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the red lights stopped flashing. The station stabilized. "You did it," Sue whispered. Dor looked at Todd with new respect. How did you know what to do? Humans are good at seeing patterns, Ta said simply. And we've had plenty of practice fixing things that break. What none of them knew was that Academy leaders had watched everything they did. After saving the Nexus, things changed for Tai and Ju. Students who once ignored them now nodded in greeting. Some teachers paid more attention to their work. Professor Yun invited Ta to a private meeting. The ancient Silurian's office was filled with models of strange stars and planets. Your actions during the crisis were impressive, Professor Yun said. Few first-year students would have noticed the pattern. It was just a different way of looking at the problem, Ta said. Exactly. Professor Yun's eyes glowed softly. Different perspectives are valuable. Some here have forgotten that. The professor showed Tai a project, a new way to use fold space that used less energy. I believe your Earth theories might improve this. Would you like to work on it with me? Tai couldn't believe his luck. Yes. In her college, Ju received similar recognition. Her work on human immune systems caught the attention of the medical faculty. Her idea that human adaptability could help other species fight disease was now being tested in the lab. But not everyone was happy about their success. One day, Dor pulled Tai aside after class. Be careful, Dor warned. The hegemonic consortium is watching you. The what? Tai asked. A group of elder races who control most space travel technology, Dor explained. They don't like new ideas that might change things. Tai thought about this. Is that why the stabilizers failed? Did they do it? Dor looked nervous. I don't know. But your work with Professor Yun threatens their power. Just watch your back. Later, Tai told Ju about the warning. They sat in the garden dome, speaking quietly. I've heard similar things, Ju said. Hannah says there are ancient species who think humans shouldn't be in space yet. But why? Tai asked. Because we learn too quickly. They want all new species to develop slowly, under their control. Their conversation was interrupted when a message arrived on both their devices. It was from Director Lin. You have been selected to present at the Inter-College Symposium, Ju read aloud. This is a great honor for first-year students. What's the symposium? Tai asked. It's where the best student projects are shown to Academy leaders and Galactic Council members, Sue said, joining them. This is very unusual for new species representatives. Tai looked at Ju. Is this good or bad? Both, maybe, Ju replied. It's a chance to show what humans can do, but it also puts us in the spotlight. And some prefer we stay in the shadows, Tai finished. The day of the symposium arrived. The grand hall was filled with beings from all 12 colleges. Floating lights changed color with the mood of the room. Ta stood nervously behind the stage. He wore a special academy uniform that Professor Yun had helped him adjust for human comfort. You'll do fine, Ju said, standing beside him. Her presentation on human medical applications would follow his. I'm not worried about presenting, Ta said. I'm worried about who's watching. The audience included not just students and teachers, but also members of the Galactic Council, beings with power to shape the future of entire worlds. When Ta's name was called, he walked onto the stage. The room grew quiet. My project combines Earth physics with Silurian mathematics, he began. Together, they create a new approach to fold space technology. He showed how his method could reduce energy use by 40%. Some in the audience nodded with interest. Others whispered to each other. This would make space travel possible for younger civilizations with less advanced energy sources, Tai explained. He didn't say the obvious. It would break the monopoly of elder races on interstellar travel. After Tai finished, Ju presented her work on human immune systems. She showed how humans adapt to disease faster than most species. By studying human adaptability, we could improve medicine for everyone, she concluded. During the break, a human Ta didn't recognize approached them. He was shorter than Tai, with sharp eyes. I'm Min, he said quietly. I arrived with the new first years 3 months ago. Another human? Ju asked, surprised. No one told us. They didn't want you to know, Min said, looking around carefully. I've been working in the archives college. I found something you need to see. Min showed them a datapad. These are private communications between consortium members. They're actively working to remove humans from the academy. Why? Tai asked. Your ideas threaten their power, Min explained. Especially your fold space work. If younger species can travel between stars cheaply, the elder races lose control. We need proof to take to Director Lin, Ju said. Min nodded. I've been gathering it. But we need help. Sue and Hannah will help us, Ta said. And maybe even Dor. Dor? The Araxian. Min looked doubtful. He's changed, Tai explained. He values knowledge more than old power structures. As they talked, they didn't notice a small flying camera watching them from above. We need to be careful, Ju whispered. If they know we're investigating. It's already too late for careful, Min said. This is about Earth's future now. For the next 2 weeks, Ta, Ju, and Min worked secretly with their friends. Sue used his water world senses to check for listening devices. Hannah's 6 arms proved perfect for going through files quickly. Even Dor helped by using his Araxian access codes to open restricted areas. Look at this, Min said one night. They met in a forgotten storage room deep in the Nexus. The original invitation to humans wasn't about friendship at all. The document showed that certain elder races had worried about Earth's fast development. They thought bringing a few humans to the Academy would let them control Earth's growth. They were afraid of us, Ju asked, surprised. They still are, Min said, but there's more. Dor brought up another file. The Nexus incident wasn't an accident. It was planned by members of the consortium. They wanted us to fail, Tay realized, or even die in the chaos. But you fixed it instead, Sue said. You showed humans can solve problems in new ways. Ta shook his head. We need to tell Professor Yun. They found the Solorian professor in her private lab. When they showed her the evidence, she wasn't surprised. I suspected this, Professor Yun said. The council has been divided for centuries. Some believe only the old ways are safe. Others know we need fresh ideas. Why are they so afraid of humans? Ju asked. Professor Yun's ancient eyes seemed to look through time. Because something is happening that we cannot solve. Stars are dimming in several sectors. Our traditional science has failed to find a cause or solution. She showed them star maps. Dozens of stars were losing energy too quickly. What does this have to do with humans? Tai asked. Some believe human thinking. Your ability to see problems differently might find solutions where we have failed, Professor Yun explained. Others fear change more than they fear extinction. So we're caught in the middle of an alien power struggle, Min said. And Earth's future depends on what we do next, Ju added. Professor Yun nodded. The consortium will try to discredit you before the full council meeting tomorrow. They will say humans are too dangerous to join galactic society. Then we present our evidence first, Tai decided. Show that they caused the Nexus incident, not us. It won't be enough, Professor Yun warned. You need more than accusations. You need solutions. Ta looked at the star maps again. Something about the pattern of dimming stars looked familiar. What if the dimming is connected to fold space technology? He asked suddenly. Professor Yun's eyes widened. What do you mean? I need to check something, Ta said. I think I know what's happening to those stars. Tai worked through the night. Equations filled the room's display screens. The others helped where they could, but this was Ta's moment of insight. It's the fold space technology itself, he explained as morning approached. Each time it's used, it takes a tiny bit of energy from nearby stars. Over thousands of years, it adds up. The elder races have been slowly killing stars without knowing it, Ju realized. No wonder they don't want to hear this, Min said. Their main technology is destroying the galaxy. The council chamber was huge, with seats rising in circles. Hundreds of beings from all 17 major civilizations watched as Todd, Ju, and Min took their places. Director Lin spoke first. Today we consider humanity's place in our community. The consortium has raised concerns about human unpredictability and aggression. A tall, silver being stood. Humans develop too quickly. They cannot be trusted with advanced knowledge. Murmurs filled the chamber. Then Professor Yun asked to speak. Before you judge humans, hear what they have discovered, she said. Ta stepped forward. His heart beat fast, but his voice was steady. The consortium tried to remove us because we threatened their power, he began. But that's not what matters today. He showed his work on the screens. What matters is that fold space technology is damaging stars. Each jump takes energy that never returns. Shocked whispers spread through the room. Some council members shouted in disbelief. Impossible, the silver being declared. The math doesn't lie, Ta said simply. But I've found a solution. He explained how combining Earth physics with alien mathematics could create a new kind of fold space, one that borrowed energy but returned it afterward. Ju then showed how human medical research, combined with knowledge from other species, could help heal stars already damaged. Humans don't think like you, Min concluded. That's not a weakness. It's exactly what you need. Professor Yun stepped forward. I propose a new division of the Academy, one focused on multi-species research, with humans working alongside others seen as lesser civilizations. The council debated for hours. Finally, Director Lin called for a vote. The proposal is accepted, she announced. And furthermore, Earth will be invited to send more representatives to the Academy. 3 months later, Ta, Ju, and Min stood at the viewing window, watching a ship depart for Earth. 20 new human students will be arriving next month, Ju said. And more from other lesser species too. Ta smiled. Sometimes the last ones invited have the most to offer. The last hope of the stars, Min said, looking out at the shining points of light. That's what we are now. And beyond the nexus, the stars continued to shine, a little brighter than before.